Today I learned something that might flip your understanding of reality. You've probably heard it before. What if we're living in a simulation? It sounds wild, but this idea isn't just sci-fi anymore. Some of the smartest minds alive, philosophers, scientists, and tech moguls, seriously believe it's possible. But let's go a step further. If this is a simulation, what's outside it? And more importantly, how do you get out? Part 1. What does simulation even mean? Before we can talk about escape, we need to understand what kind of simulation we're even in. There are three main interpretations. Let's break them down. Number 1. The technological simulation. This is the literal one. Nick Bostrom, Elon Musk, and many others believe that if a civilization becomes advanced enough, it will simulate entire universes, complete with people, thoughts, even history. In that scenario, we could be digital beings running in some hyper-advanced computer, thinking we're real. So, what's outside? A base reality. A world where beings like us became gods, creators of conscious simulations. But if we're inside this code, how do we escape? You probably can't, physically, but maybe escape doesn't mean running. Maybe it means breaking the illusion. Ask deeper questions. Challenge what you've been told is real. Search for the glitches. Moments where reality doesn't behave as expected. Refuse to just follow the script. If you can't step out physically, step out mentally. Become more than your programming. Number 2. The metaphorical simulation. Now let's look at simulation as a metaphor. A modern kind of illusion. You wake up, scroll social media, follow trends, chase goals you didn't choose, buy things to impress people who don't care. Repeat. This is the simulation we build around ourselves. A psychological one. In this version, you're not code, you're conditioned. So how do you get out? Stop living passively. Unplug from constant distraction. Learn to think for yourself, not just consume. Create something instead of scrolling. Ask, what do I believe? Not what others told me to believe. Escape here doesn't require technology, it requires awareness. Break routines. Break thought patterns. Look around, really look. This version of the simulation ends the moment you start living consciously. Number 3, the spiritual simulation. And then, there's the deepest layer. Every major spiritual tradition in its own way says the same thing. This world is an illusion, a dream, a temporary stage. In this view, you're not your thoughts, you're not your body. You're the awareness watching it all unfold. The simulation here is everything that hides your true nature: ego, fear, desire, identity. So how do you get out? You don't escape by force. You dissolve the illusion through stillness. Meditate, observe without judgment, detach from the roles you've been playing. Here, getting out doesn't mean going somewhere. It means waking up, fully, to who you really are. Not the player, not the avatar, the consciousness behind the screen. Part 2. So what's really outside? What's outside the simulation? A higher dimension? A more evolved civilization? Pure awareness? We don't know for sure, but this we do know. You're in something. And you can wake up inside it. There's a way out of every kind of simulation, but you'll have to be brave enough to question everything, to let go of comfort, to think for yourself, to sit in silence, to remember that your reality, no matter how solid it feels, might just be a layer. If it's a technological simulation, look for the glitches. Ask bigger questions. Stay curious. Don't obey blindly. If it's a mental simulation, turn off the autopilot. Stop scrolling. Start living intentionally. If it's a spiritual simulation, be still. Observe. Go within. Return to the awareness that has no name, no story, no need to escape. Because here's the truth. If this is a simulation, the greatest mistake would be to live it half asleep. So don't just try to escape the simulation. Transcend it. Live so consciously, so creatively, so courageously, that even the creators start watching you in awe. That's what's outside. And maybe, that's exactly where you're meant to go. Subscribe to Today I Learned by Vikram Suryawanshi to explore more such deeper questions.